Listen up. Right now, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. The one who's been doubting yourself, dragging your feet, making excuses. Stop it. Stop it right now. You're wasting time, and time doesn't wait for anyone. I'm here to shake you awake. I'm here to remind you of one undeniable truth. How can you lose when you started with nothing? Think about it. You began with zero. No handouts, no silver spoon, no shortcuts. Everything you have right now you fought for. Every step, every win, every scar, you earned it. And if you built something from nothing once, you can do it again, and again, and again. So why are you sitting there acting like the game's over? Why are you letting fear, laziness, or doubt call the shots? Get up. Get up. The world isn't going to hand you anything. It's time to take it. Stop what you're doing. Right now, put down your phone, shut off the noise, and listen, really listen, because I'm talking to you. Yeah, you, the one who's been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. The one who's been fighting battles nobody else sees. The one who's been wondering if you're enough, if you've got what it takes, if you're even meant for something bigger. Let me settle that doubt once and for all. You are. You've always been. And I'm here to prove it to you. I'm here to scream it from the rooftops until it sinks into your soul. How can you lose when you started with nothing? Let that sink in. Nothing. Zero. No safety net, no golden ticket, no easy way out. You didn't come into this world with a head start. You weren't handed a playbook for success or a map to guide you through the chaos. Maybe you grew up in a place where dreams felt like luxuries you couldn't afford. Maybe you looked around and saw everyone else with more money, more connections, more opportunities, and you wondered why it wasn't you. Maybe you've spent nights staring at the ceiling, replaying every mistake, every rejection, every moment someone told you you'd never make it. I see you. I know that pain. And I'm telling you right now, that pain is not your prison. It's your power. Starting with nothing isn't a weakness. It's your greatest strength. It's the fire in your bones, the steel in your spine, the hunger in your heart that nobody else can match. When you've got nothing to lose, you've got everything to gain. Think about it. Every single thing you have right now, every dollar in your pocket, every lesson in your mind, every ounce of courage in your gut, you earned it. You clawed your way through darkness to get it. You fought for it when the odds were stacked against you, when the world was screaming for you to quit. That's not just resilience, that's rebellion. You're a rebel against mediocrity, against failure, against every voice that ever tried to keep you small. And rebels don't lose, they rise. Look back at where you came from. Don't shy away from it. Stare it in the face. Maybe you grew up in a neighborhood where hope was hard to find, where the sound of struggle was louder than the sound of success. Maybe you've watched people you love lose themselves to fear, addiction, or despair, and you swore you'd be different. Maybe you've carried the weight of being the first to graduate, the first to dream big, the first to break the cycle. Or maybe your battle was quieter, invisible, a war inside your own head, fighting doubts and insecurities that nobody else could see. Whatever your story, it's yours, it's real, and it's the foundation of everything you're about to become. Every scar you carry tells a story of survival. Every tear you've shed is a badge of honor. Every time you got knocked down and dragged yourself back up, you proved something to the universe. You're not here to break, you're here to build. You've already survived things that would have crushed other people. You've walked through fires that would have burned anyone less determined. So why are you doubting yourself now? Why are you letting fear whisper lies in your ear? Why are you acting like the game's already over when you've only just begun? Snap out of it. Right now, you don't get to give up on yourself. You don't get to betray the person who's fought so hard to get you here. I need you to understand something. Your starting point doesn't define your ending. It doesn't matter if you began with less than everyone else. It doesn't matter if you're still struggling, still scraping by, still figuring it out. What matters is that you're here, still standing, still breathing, still fighting. That's not an accident. That's evidence. Evidence that you were built for more. Evidence that you've got a purpose burning inside you, waiting to be unleashed. Evidence that no matter how many times life tries to bury you, you'll keep breaking through the dirt to reach the light. So here's your wake-up call. Own your story. Every gritty, messy, painful piece of it. Stop hiding from your past. Stop being ashamed of where you started. That's not weakness. It's your war cry. It's the reason you're different. It's the reason you've got a fire in you that nobody else can touch. When you started with nothing, you learned how to fight for everything. You learned how to hustle, how to grind, how to turn no into not yet. That's a gift. That's a weapon. And it's time you started using it. I'm not asking you to feel sorry for yourself. I'm not asking you to dwell on what you didn't have. I'm commanding you to stand tall and recognize what you do have: heart, grit, and an unbreakable spirit. You've got the kind of strength that only comes from starting at the bottom. You've got the kind of hunger that only comes from knowing what it's like to go without. That's not a disadvantage. That's your edge. That's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you unstoppable. So what are you waiting for? Permission? A sign? A perfect moment? Those don't exist. The only moment that matters is this one, right here, right now. Decide that you're done playing small. Decide that you're done letting your past dictate your future. Decide that you're going to take every ounce of pain, every bit of struggle, and turn it into fuel for something extraordinary. You started with nothing, and that means you've got nothing holding you back. No excuses, no limits. Just you, your will, and a world waiting for you to claim it. Stand up, straighten your shoulders, look yourself in the eye and say it. I'm not done, I'm not defeated, I'm just getting started.
Mum,
You've been through too much to settle for anything less than everything you're capable of. How can you lose when you've already overcome so much? You can't, so don't. Start now. Fight now. Rise now. This is your moment. Own it. All right, listen up, because I'm about to hit you with a truth so raw it might sting. You ready? Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody. Not your boss, not your friends, not your family, not some stroke of luck that's gonna drop out of the sky like a winning lottery ticket. The only person who can change your life, the only one who can pull you out of the rut you're in, is staring back at you in the mirror. That's you. And it's time, right now, to take full responsibility for every single thing in your life. No excuses, no delays, no more waiting for someday. Someday is a lie. Today is the truth, so step up and own it. You heard me. Own it. Every choice you've made, every habit you've built, every thought you've let run wild in your head, it's all on you. You don't like where you are. You don't like the number in your bank account, the stress in your chest, the dreams you're still chasing. Then stop pointing fingers. Stop blaming your parents for what they didn't give you. Stop blaming your job for holding you back. Stop blaming the world for being unfair. The world doesn't owe you a damn thing. Success isn't a gift. It's a fight. And if you want to win, you've got to stop playing the victim and start acting like the warrior you were born to be. Let's get real for a second. Take a hard look at your life. Right now, in this moment, I want you to ask yourself, what's holding me back? Be honest. Brutally honest. Is it the way you're spending your time? Are you scrolling through nonsense for hours, numbing your brain instead of building your future? Is it the people you're surrounding yourself with? Are they lifting you up or dragging you down with their negativity, their drama, their small-mindedness? Or is it you, your own thoughts, your own fears, your own refusal to get uncomfortable? Whatever it is, name it, call it out, shine a spotlight on it, because you can't fix what you won't face. And once you see it, don't you dare look away. Don't you dare shrug and say, I'll deal with it later. Later doesn't exist. Later is where dreams go to die. You deal with it now. If your habits are weak, rebuild them. If your circle is toxic, cut them out. If your mindset is stuck in quicksand, pull it out and wash it clean. This isn't a suggestion, it's an order. You don't get to stay stuck. You don't get to keep making the same mistakes day after day and expect a different result. That's insanity. You're smarter than that. You're stronger than that. So act like it. Discipline is your weapon, not motivation. Motivation is a fickle spark that fades when the wind blows. Discipline is the fire you keep burning, no matter how cold it gets. Discipline is showing up when you're tired, when you're scared, when every fiber of your body is begging you to quit. Discipline is choosing the hard right over the easy wrong. It's waking up early when you want to sleep in. It's saying no to distractions when they're screaming your name. It's doing the work day in, day out, even when nobody's watching, even when the results aren't instant. Because that's how you win. Not with wishes, not with hopes, but with relentless, unapologetic action. You want to know what separates the people who make it from the ones who don't? It's not talent, it's not luck, it's ownership. The ones who make it decide that their life is their responsibility. They stop waiting for permission. They stop waiting for the perfect moment. They grab the wheel and steer even when the road is rough, even when the map is missing, even when the storm is raging. They decide that no matter what happens, good, bad, or ugly, they'll keep moving forward. And you're one of those people. I know you are. I see it in you. But you've got to believe it. You've got to live it. So here's what you're going to do. Right now, take inventory. Look at every corner of your life, your health, your relationships, your work, your mind, and ask, is this serving me? Is this pushing me toward the person I want to be? If the answer is no, cut it out. No hesitation, no mercy. If you're spending hours on things that don't matter, stop. If you're hanging around people who make you feel small, walk away. If you're telling yourself stories about why you can't do it, shut them down. Rewrite the narrative. You're not a passenger in your own life, you're the driver. Act like it. And don't you dare tell me it's too hard. Hard is what you were built for. You started with nothing, remember? You've already climbed a mountain steeper than this. You've already carried loads heavier than this. So what's a little discomfort now? What's a little sacrifice? It's nothing compared to what you've already overcome. You've got scars that prove you're tougher than the toughest storms. You've got stories that prove you're fiercer than the fiercest battles. So use them. Let them remind you that you're not fragile, you're forged. This is your life and it's happening right now. Every second you waste is a second you'll never get back. So choose. Choose to take responsibility. Choose to stop blaming and start building. Choose to stop hiding and start fighting. You're not here to drift, you're here to dominate. You're not here to survive, you're here to thrive. But it starts with you. It starts with a decision. A decision to say, enough is enough. I'm done settling, I'm done waiting, I'm taking charge. Stand up. Right now. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel the power in your chest. This is your moment to claim what's yours. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. You've got everything you need inside you. You always have. So take responsibility. Own your choices. Own your future. And don't stop until the life you're living matches the life you deserve. You started with nothing, and that means you've got nothing to lose. So go get it. Go. All right. Let's cut through the noise and get to the heart of what's holding you back. You're scared, aren't you? Scared of failing. Scared of falling flat on your face. Scared of looking stupid, losing what you've got, or hearing someone say, I told you so. I see it in your eyes. The hesitation, the second guessing, the way you freeze when it's time to leap. But I'm here to tell you something that'll change everything. Failure isn't your enemy. It's your teacher. It's your fire. It's the very thing that's going to carve you into the unstoppable force you're meant to be. So stop running from it. Right now, face it, embrace it, and let it fuel you to greatness. You heard me. Failure is not the end, it's the beginning. It's the raw material of success. Every time you fall, you learn something new. Every time you stumble, you build a muscle you didn't have before. Every time you get back up, you send a message to the universe. I'm not done, I'm not defeated, I'm just getting stronger. You started with nothing, remember? You've already walked through valleys darker than most people can imagine. You've already survived hits that would have knocked others out cold. So why are you letting the idea of failure, a little bruise, a little setback, stop you from chasing what's yours? That's not who you are. That's not what you're built for. Let's talk about what failure really is. It's not a verdict. It's not a life sentence. It's just a moment that teaches you what works and what doesn't. It's feedback, not a funeral. Think about it. Every great thing you admire, every business, every invention, every victory was built on a pile of failures. The people who changed the world didn't get it right the first time. They got it wrong, over and over. They fell, they bled, they doubted, but they didn't quit. They took the lessons, adjusted the plan, and kept swinging. That's what you're going to do, starting now. Because quitting, that's not in your blood. I know what's going through your head. You're thinking, but what if I fail and lose everything? What if I try and it all falls apart? Let me ask you something. What's there to lose? You started with nothing. You built every piece of what you have from scratch, every skill, every dollar, every shred of confidence. If you fall, you'll build it again. Better, stronger, smarter. You've done it before and you'll do it as many times as it takes. Because that's who you are. A fighter, a creator, a survivor who turns nothing into something. So stop acting like failure is a cliff you can't climb back from. It's just a step. Take it. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it won't hurt. Failure stings. It leaves marks. It makes you question everything. But that pain, that's where the magic happens. That's where you find out what you're really made of. When you're down, when you're bruised, when the world is telling you to stay down, that's when you discover the fire inside you. That's when you realize you're tougher than you ever knew. You've got scars from battles you've already won. You've got stories of times you thought you couldn't go on, but you did. So don't you dare tell me you're afraid of a little failure now. You're bigger than that. You're fiercer than that. Here's what I need you to do. Right now. Stop seeing failure as a monster under your bed. Start seeing it as a sparring partner. One that makes you sharper, quicker, better. Every time you try and miss, you're not losing, you're learning. Every time you step out and it doesn't go as planned, you're not failing, you're forging. You're carving out the path to your success, one hard-earned lesson at a time. So take the risk, make the call you've been avoiding. Start the project you've been dreaming about. Ask for what you deserve. Do it today. Not when you're ready. Ready is a myth. Do it scared, do it messy, do it now. And when it doesn't work out, because sometimes it won't, sometimes you will fall flat, don't hide, don't sulk. Stand up, dust yourself off and analyze it. What went wrong? What can you do better? Write it down, study it, then get back in the ring. You don't get to feel sorry for yourself. You don't get to wallow. You get to grow. You get to fight. You get to keep pushing until the world has no choice but to make room for you. That's what failure does. It clears the way for your comeback. It sets the stage for your triumph. You want to know the real failure? It's not trying and falling. It's not daring and missing. The real failure is letting fear keep you frozen. It's looking back years from now, old and tired, wishing you'd taken the shot, wishing you'd believed in yourself, wishing you'd been brave. That's the kind of failure you can't come back from. That's the kind of regret that haunts you. Don't let that be your story. Don't let fear write your ending. You're the author here. So write a story of courage. Write a story of grit. Write a story that makes your heart pound with pride. You started with nothing, and that means you've got nothing to fear. Failure can't take what you didn't have in the first place. It can only give you wisdom, give you strength, give you clarity. So go out there and fail. Fail big, fail loud, fail with everything you've got, because every failure is a step closer to the life you're meant to live. You're not here to play it safe. You're not here to stay comfortable. You're here to rise, to roar, to rewrite what's possible. So do it. Take the leap, embrace the fall, and keep climbing. You've got this. You've always had this. Now show the world. This is it. The moment where everything changes. You've owned your past. You've taken responsibility. You've stared failure in the face and laughed. Now it's time to stop looking back and start looking forward. It's time to stop surviving and start building a future so big, so bold, so undeniably yours that it shakes the ground you walk on. You're not here to drift through life. You're not here to settle for scraps. You're here to create something extraordinary, something that screams your name long after you're gone. So listen up, because I'm not asking you to build your future. I'm commanding you. Start now. You started with nothing, and that's your proof. Proof that you can create something out of thin air. Proof that you don't need handouts or head starts to win. But a future like the one you're dreaming of doesn't just happen. It's not a gift. It's not a stroke of luck. It's a construction site. And you're the architect, the builder, the one swinging the hammer. So what's your blueprint? What's the vision burning in your chest? If you don't know, stop everything right now. You can't hit a target you can't see. You can't build a castle without a plan. So get clear, crystal clear on what you want. Close your eyes for a second. Picture it. What does your future look like? Is it financial freedom, where you're never chained to a paycheck again? Is it a family that looks up to you, a legacy that carries your values forward? Is it standing on a stage sharing your story, knowing you've changed lives. Whatever it is, claim it, name it, write it down. Make it so real you can taste it, feel it, touch it. That's not a dream, that's your destination. And from this moment forward, every step you take, every choice you make, every ounce of sweat you pour out is about getting you there. No detours, no distractions, just you and your mission. Now open your eyes and listen close, because here's where the real work starts. A vision without action is just a fantasy. You don't get to sit around waiting for your future to show up. You've got to build it brick by brick, day by day, with your own two hands. So reverse engineer it, break it down. What do you need to do today to get one step closer? What do you need to learn this week? What habits do you need to lock in this month? Stop thinking in vague, fluffy terms like someday or eventually. Those words are poison. Replace them with today, now, this hour. Your future isn't out there in the distance. It's being shaped by what you do in this very moment. Discipline is your foundation. Not hope, not talent. Discipline. It's the steel that holds your dreams together when the storms hit. It's waking up before the sun because your goals don't sleep in. It's saying no to the easy pleasures, parties, scrolling, gossip that steal your time and sap your focus. It's doing the boring, unsexy work, studying, practicing, planning, when nobody's cheering you on. Discipline is what turns I want into I have. So build it, strengthen it, live it. Every single day, because the future you're chasing doesn't care about your feelings, it cares about your actions. Show up. Every time, no exceptions. And here's a hard truth. You can't build something great if you're surrounded by clutter. Distractions are your enemy. They're thieves sneaking in to rob you of your potential. So cut them out ruthlessly. That means your phone, stop letting it own you. Limit the mindless scrolling, the endless notifications, the noise that drowns out your purpose. That means your environment. Look around. Is it chaos? Clean it up. Make it a space that fuels your focus. And most importantly, that means your circle. The people you let into your life. They're either building with you or tearing you down. There's no middle ground, so choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who challenge you, who inspire you, who make you hungrier for more. If they're not adding to your growth, they're subtracting from it. Be brutal about who gets your time. You're going to face resistance, count on it. The world doesn't hand out big wins without a fight. You'll hit walls, doubt, setbacks, people who don't get it. Good. Let them come. You're not fragile. You're forged from struggle, tempered by every battle you've already won. When the resistance hits, lean into it. Push harder. Work smarter. Keep your eyes locked on that vision and don't blink. Because every time you break through a wall, you're not just building your future, you're building yourself. You're becoming the person who can carry the weight of that dream, who can stand tall in the life you're creating. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be flawless. You just need to move. One step, then another, then another. Each one counts, each one builds momentum, and before you know it, those steps add up to miles. Those bricks stack into a fortress. That vision in your head, it's not a fantasy anymore, it's real, it's yours, and you made it happen. But it starts today. It starts with a decision to stop wishing and start working, a decision to stop drifting and start building. You started with nothing, and that means you've got no limits. The only ceiling is the one you put there yourself, so tear it down, dream bigger, work harder, build fiercer. Your future is waiting, but it's not patient. It's calling you, demanding you, right now. So answer it. Grab a hammer, lay the first brick, and don't stop until your life looks like the masterpiece you were born to create. You're not just building a future, you're building a legacy. Go make it unforgettable. How can you lose when you started with nothing? You can't. You've already defied the odds. You've already beaten the statistics. You've already proven that you're tougher than the toughest storms. So what's stopping you now? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is your moment. This is your call to action. Get up. Get serious. Get to work. Fix your mindset. Fix your habits. Fix your life. Not for me, not for anyone else, for you. You deserve better. You deserve more. And it's all within your reach if you're willing to fight for it. So go. Right now. Take the first step. Make the hard choice. Do the uncomfortable thing. And don't stop until you're standing where you're meant to be. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. How can you lose? You can't. Now prove it.